What's up, people? We're on the 4 Ounce Podcast. Today it is myself, the MMA Outlet, Seti MMA, and MMA Sidekick. And today we're going to give a recap for UFC 325, the Australia card that's just been. And we're also going to talk about a few fights on the upcoming Fight Night card between Mario Bautista and Vinicius Oliveira. And what we're going to do, we'll start with the main event for 325.
Nice.
For this card, I had Volk by 49-46 decision, which is exactly how it played out.
Well,
how about you boys? How did your prediction go, Seti MMA?
Well, this was a fight I really struggled to predict, man. I said it was either going to be the exact same as the first fight, or Diego was going to be able to catch him, and Volk made it look even easier. And it was sick, to be fair. Like, literally, the Diego couldn't get anywhere near him, and obviously there was talks of him retiring. I don't think he's going anywhere. He looked better than ever, and well, I worry for Movsar Lerone, to be honest, because he does look like he's in, like, maybe even peaking around this point. You know, he's past that prime age, but it's different for everyone, isn't it? So yeah, man, it was sick, and yeah, I was correct on this one with a Volk decision.
And how did your prediction go, Sidekick? What were your thoughts on the main event?
Yeah, exactly like how I thought it was. I tried to set, last week we tried to do it, but my Wi-Fi was a little bit messed up, yeah. But for me, boys, I just thought Volkanovski, stay behind the jab, let Diego come into him, yeah. And he just done it all night. That right hand was there. And you're right, boys. It makes me look at the other contenders and think, you've got nothing for him. Yeah. Mostly, you've been inactive. That inactivity, mate, it doesn't look good for me, to be honest with you. Maybe Lerone could outscore him, but looking off that, not really. Gene Silva, that we've been talking about, Gene Silva would just walk right into that right hand all day for Volk. He'd play right into Volk's game plan of just staying on the outside, let you come in, boom, every time Diego Lopes was doing it, he was just going, bang, see you later, right hand. I thought he was going to play off the jab a little bit more, but he wasn't. Yeah. He was letting him come in, and every time he was coming in, it was the right hand was connecting. One thing which it was a little bit interested in is that the UFC never actually scored the knockdown for Diego Lopes, which during the second, was it the second round? I think it was.
Yeah,
I think they scored as a slip, but he definitely dropped Volk in the second round, like.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, see, when it's flashed like that, it's barely on the floor, and But yeah, I hear it. It probably should have been scored.
Yeah,
it was a shot that put him down. So
yeah,
and also talking about, like, I think he has actually signed a new free fight deal or whatever it is. So yeah, I think he's staying around. I think he signed it before his fight. So once I seen that, I was a bit more confident in him.
Nice. Yeah, sweet as.
Yeah, so with that, we'll move on to the co-main event. And I think this one went similar to as most people sort of imagined it to go. Obviously, the difference in grappling ability, I won't use the same words as Paddy because I ain't trying to get us cancelled or nothing. But Benoit just showed that the ground game is just levels above Dan. And I think he landed 60-something significant ground and pound strikes, which is, I believe it's tied for some record, or it's sort of top 3 for most at lightweight, something along them lines. And the fight arguably could have been stopped sooner than it did.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sidekick?
Yeah, you're completely right. Like, he done exactly what Arman done. He took him to the ground. Yeah. I thought Dan Hooker done well to start the fight, boys. I'm not gonna lie. How do you feel? Like, I thought Dan Hooker done quite well.
He had his moments.
He had moments, especially at the start of the first round, and then, as I say, Benoit started getting into the fight at the end of the first round, and then the second round takes him down. Looks like he's getting submission. Dan Hooker does perfectly well. You know, he's lifting his leg up, he's stopping and moving to the side, stopping everything that Benoit needs to do. Benoit just getting control his position, ground and pound. To be honest with you, I thought it was going to be over when he started landing elbows and maybe the round started round 2.
Yeah.
Thought it was well
Didn't
over.
have
But
no control of his arms, did he?
Yeah.
He was just hitting him. Dan was there smiling though.
I was going to say, if you see the clip
Diaper.
with Dan smiling, but
Smiling.
yeah,
Crazy.
like landed a total of 170 strikes. Saint Denis did, and just caused so much damage. Like he is the definition of it. He's a marauder. That's what he is. He's a marauder, man.
Mate, going back to the first round, I swear to God, because about what, maybe 2-3 hours before the fight, or well, before the card, maybe even, there was that picture of the staff on BSD's chest that kind of went round, or whatever it was, a spot.
I didn't actually see that one.
No, well, I will flash it up now. But yeah, I see that, and then the fight starts, and about 10 seconds in, he shoots the sloppiest takedown you've ever seen, and I just thought, oh my God. And then 2 minutes, 3 minutes goes by. I just think, oh mate, Dan's gonna stop him. Them teeps to the body. BSD didn't look like he wanted to be in there at all.
Yeah.
And I just thought, my God. And then round 2, he gets it what he needs.
We come out differently in that second round, didn't he? Like,
I don't know.
was
my French ain't great. I don't know what was said, but it sacked him up.
Yeah, there was no like caution to it. It was just going in, and he was getting after Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, and then them elbows, that arm, it was an arm triangle, I believe.
Yeah.
Had Dan in serious trouble, and then obviously the finish. But yeah, that first round, I'd be scared, man. I was having flashbacks to the Poirier fight. Just sloppy, didn't. But he done what we expected, like you said.
So with my prediction for the co-main, I said that BSD would get the win. It was a lock of mine last week. I said he would keep his 100% finish record intact, although I did pick submission victory.
Yes,
I didn't call the KO TKO.
I was screaming at the telly for that arm triangle.
I say, I think most of us did pick submission.
Please tap.
And he should have. He could have. I think he could have, to be honest with you. But Dan's he's just a savage, isn't he? Doesn't tap to nothing. You have to put him out.
Fair play.
So then moving on to the feature bout. And I think there's only one person we can start off with on this one. So, Seti MMA, take the floor.
I told you all. Listen, Mauricio fucking Hoofy. Are you crazy? Like, what a finish. Genuinely, like, that was sick. That right hand sniper, it was sick, you know. That first round finish, and I thought it weren't great. He done well. He was on the back foot a lot. But I believe he actually won the round on 2 of the judges' scorecards.
I wouldn't have given it to him.
I didn't at the time, but 2 of the judges, you know, that they know better than anyone else, so we can't argue with the judges.
Well,
we'll never argue with the judges.
By the stats, Rufy did actually land more strikes.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that watching it.
No. And Fiziev was clearly landing the more impactful shots, especially with them body kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second round starts, and Rufy just does what Hoofy does, you know. And he found the shot. It was 6 seeing Carlos lose his mind cage side. But it's another note back in the win column. Just Kaio up next. But yeah, Mauricio, I don't really know where you go from beating someone like Fiziev. I feel like everyone at the top of that division more so is pretty heavy grappler. So that sort of striking matchup that we see there that benefits someone like a Hoofy, he might not get again for a while. So I don't really know what's next for him. But we're going to back him all the way. Sick finish, sick fight, and I'm buzzing for him.
So for me, I'd be looking at the Rufy Gamrot matchup. That's where I'd be looking when you look at where fighters are in the rankings.
Yeah.
When they last was in the octagon and how the result went. I think the Gamrot one.
I just don't like it. It's someone who's going to try and sniff his crotch and get off my boy.
So
I don't mind the Michael Chandler fight or even the Dan Hooker fight. You know, if you wanted to match him with a striker, Dan Hooker.
Someone like a Dan Hooker right now, that'd be spot on.
Yeah.
I'd love to watch him fight a Dan Hooker.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lovely fight. I think Michael Chandler's winnable as well for him. But
or Max. Let's give him Max if he loses.
Nah, Max will fuck him.
So for my feature bout pick, I did go with a Fiziev decision. I thought it was going to be a close contest. You know, looking at a 29-28. And what I said last week was the interesting part of this fight comes down to the ability to roll with the punches better. And, you know, they both had moments where the timing was on. They both had success. They both got hit, you know, with some shots. But Rufi, he reminded everyone after that Benoit loss. And as you say, everyone is now back on the Rufi train.
Definitely.
Coming over to you, Sidekick.
Yeah, so I thought Rufi was going to get the decision win. I was very a bit like this, to be fair, watching a lot of people predictions on YouTube and a lot of people going for Fiziev, and I can see why. You know, the opponents, stuff like that, you know, a lot better than what Rufi had had. So, and it's a striking matchup. Muay Thai, you know, we see all these clips of Rufi doing the Matrix. You're just thinking maybe this is Fiziev's fight, but then, you know, looking at the statistics, like a lot of people still saying that Fiziev outstruck him. You know, was piecing him up. Yeah, Rufi landed more head strikes than Rafael Fiziev landed. Combined.
Yeah, with the legs and the body kicks from Fiziev.
But they were nasty. They were nasty. Yeah, but as I say, he was. You said it. He was just sniping away at that head. Bang, bang. Yeah. He hardly even went to the body. He went to the body 4 shots, leg 6 shots, head 45 shots to the head. Bang, bang. And that's what I was expecting. Keeping him at range. And he did. He said, you know, this is what he said. This fighting nerds are smart. But say something I want to ask you. Are the fighting nerds still a fucking group? Are they splitting up? What's going on? Are they doing a take that? You know, what's going on? Is he turning into Robbie Williams? Is he fucking... I was watching the documentary the other day. If anyone hasn't
seen it, spread all over the world, mate. That's all it is. They're just out here spreading their knowledge. You know what I mean? They're nerds. They're teachers, bro. You lot think he's learning from Volt. Maybe Volt's learning from him. Let that one sink in. Just think about that for the rest of your evening. Sat in bed watching this video. Just think maybe Rufi's the teacher here.
So shit. But did you see that? Well, that's it. That's one thing that I thought. I'm quite surprised Volkanovski even let him into camp. Because, you know, he could be getting all them secrets. But another thing...
It's through the engaged deal, isn't it?
Gene's interview looked a little bit... He looked a little bit emotional because he does get emotional. And he said he's going to go and train with Ilya to kill Volk. Like...
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea because, I mean, he's the only man... Well, obviously, by Islam, he either goes to Spain or Dagestan. One of the two. And, both are a pretty good move, probably. You know, train with the best. You'd be the best, but I mean, he's doing all right where he is. But again, if he is to go and travel and train somewhere else, it's cool. You know, knows where he started.
I thought I'd have to ask, you know, the conductor.
Yeah.
So
the international spokesperson of the nerds,
basically, brother. Yeah.
Well, with that, we'll move on to the heavyweight bout.
Do we have to?
Yeah, I mean that picture of them where they're both hands on hips, just
I'm not getting on that stool. Put that stool away.
It was what people thought was going to happen. You've got 2 big bangers. Taliesin had never seen past the second round. Well, he'd never seen the second round as a pro, I believe. In the UFC, they were saying his average fight time was like 30 seconds.
But that's it. It popped up straight away. It was like the longest like he's fought in the UFC or so. Like,
I think it was like 36 seconds.
Crazy.
Granted, he has only had 2 fights.
Yeah.
I mean, Taliesin got the win as we called, not the way we called it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And honestly, not a great look for either fighter, really.
No. In a division that hasn't of recent had many contenders. You know, it's usually a few exciting performances puts you quite hard to the top. You know, obviously Wilder growing. You know, we need more talent in the heavyweight division, and I don't think Talison's it. Ty's past it now. You know, it's sad to see that the highlight of that fight for me was Ty's walkout, as it has been for the last few fights. Like that's about it. He goes in the cage happy, and he hasn't been leaving very happy. Talison, like you say, it weren't the fight we was expecting, and it was there for the taking for both of them. Really, just needed a little 10-second burst at points that neither man could produce, and lackluster heavyweight MMA.
Well, that's it. Ty was having like little split moments where I was like, "Go on, Ty!" Because even though I wanted Talison to share the win, because I predicted him to win, I always back Ty. He's one of those fighters who you're like, you want Ty to win, don't you, boys? Let's be honest. You look at Ty, he's brilliant. Yeah, he's a fan favourite. And when he was having these moments, I was going, "Go on, Ty!" And then he was getting tired, and he was just had to hold him against the fence. And both fighters were gassed in the third round. Second round, both fighters were starting to get gassed. To be fair,
it didn't take very long.
Like in that third round when Ty was sprawled and Talison was just sort of on the ground like that.
That's the moment I was thinking of.
Just pushed her up, throw a couple bats, and you're going to get the stoppage victory.
Just hit him.
It was just that knackered. All he could do was just hold on to him.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. He looked crap on the scales, Ty. You know what I mean? But when you look like that weighing in at heavyweight, something ain't right.
Yeah, it's even in that third round as well. It was Teixeira. He looked over at the clock and there was still 2 minutes on the go.
I see that.
Just a bit like,
fuck yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. It's like he said why he wants to come. Why he's come back is because he misses hurting people. But I felt like when I was watching him, especially in that first round, I felt like he's lost that. He's lost that.
Yeah.
Maybe the money. You know, obviously he's got a lot of money coming in now, so I feel like that is maybe took that nasty little bit off him. Do you know what I mean? I just felt like that's what he was missing in that first round, especially.
In the words of Jamie Carragher, almost leave the game before the game leaves you.
Leave the football before the football leaves you. The football's left them.
And I feel like that's kind of where we're at with Ty at the minute. The game's it's gone, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the main card opener. And I'm going to start with you, MMA Sidekick, because I know you're a big fan of the guy who got the victory.
Fucking Quinlan Salkill, mate. Smoke out. Right. Massive fan of Quinlan Salkill. I thought Jamie Malarkey. I had him second round knockout. And I'll tell you why. I thought Jamie Malarkey was going to use his wrestling, in the first round. And maybe cause some problems for Quinlan, but did he? No. Quinlan got him down. What was it, boys? What was it? Anaconda? Was it? Anaconda choke? Darce choke? Anaconda or Darce? I think it was.
Was it?
Was he not rear naked?
In my head, he rear naked choked him.
Yeah,
rear naked. Sorry, boys.
Yeah.
He was on his back, wasn't he?
Just testing our knowledge, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what? Nah, it's.
Making sure we're locked in.
Them long nights, mate, they're not good for you. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah, they ruin your memory. Right. But yeah, as I say, you're right now. Yeah, he got the back. He got the leg in. But yeah, as I say, I thought Quinlan was going to knock him out, but submission. He proves that he's got that in his game as well. So I'm interested to see what's next for Quinlan. You know, we all thought he was going to get a ranked opponent. What do you reckon next, boys? Do you reckon he'll get one next, or?
Well, it looked like we was going to get Rufy Salkill for Australia, but that didn't happen. For me, and I've said it to you two boys, Salkill took next to no damage, and there is a ranked fighter that is looking for an opponent due to his opponent pulling out, and that is Moicano. That, I think, just makes perfect sense to go on the pay-per-view card for 326.
I like that fight a lot.
And he probably needs it because he just spent it all on the bookies.
Straight on black.
I mean, I'll lump a first round KO if he is there. But like you said, we expected the knockout. You know, a guy goes out and gets such a big head kick like that. That's kind of what you expect in it, and you forget about the grappling game of someone like him. You know, it's kind of what his base was jits, and he showed that multifaceted. And yeah, that kind of gives him the validity to say, right now, well, now I can fight a ranked opponent because we've seen he can strike, we've seen he has it on the floor. We're not just rushing someone in. He's half capable, and yeah, that was another. Well, I had a round 1 KO, round 1 sub, 5 out of 5 outright on the main card. Boom.
And yeah, I just want to get in there. My thoughts are going out for fair picks. So he's part of the predictions league that I run. If you want to get involved for season 4, get at me. He got his picks in 5-10 minutes past the deadline.
Oh, no way.
He was the only person who picked a Sow-killed submission.
All I've got to say is the game's the game, brother.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're late, innit? The game is the game. But
I'm second now.
But
and fair play from you as well.
He called the submission, and unfortunately, it was past the deadline, which has seen him drop from second place down the rankings now, and it's going to take a lot to get back on the podium in the final week upcoming.
Definitely. No wild card or nothing.
Yeah, I predicted the Sow-killed dub. I wasn't too sure how he was going to win, but I knew that he was going to win, and he went out there and he smashed it in round 1. Something else that we smashed, me and Seti MMA, we had a double last week. For those that saw it, that was Volk moneyline, round 3 to start, and over 100 significant strikes landed combined, paired up with Cam Roston moneyline, and that hit at plus 147 odds. So for anyone that got on that, you're welcome. And we're back. Stay tuned in the video. We'll be dropping another one for this weekend.
Nice.
I would like to also mention the little fight as well, boys. Urban Elliott, boys. You know, the Welsh gangster.
Yeah.
I thought he was fighting so well, but also felt like he was fighting a little bit too emotional out there, and that's what cost him. I feel like, boys.
Possibly, yeah. He kind of rushed into the
big
situation
mistake, mate.
that got him right.
I did put his opponent in hooking, didn't he, for him? So
yeah, it was a shame.
Like, I thought he was doing so well.
Can't make mistakes at this level, man.
That's it, brother.
And for those watching, there is a training partner of Urban Elliott that if you don't know, you need to keep your eye on him and keep your eyes on the page because there is soon going to be an interview dropping. So watch out for that one.
Very nice.
We'll soon find out. So stay tuned. Anyone else has some fights to talk about from 325?
Nah.
No. Free Aaron Tao.
I was going to say we can talk about Aaron Tao because I had that as my fight to watch for this weekend.
Fight you cannot watch actually because it's cancelled. That's what we should have called it. Fight
DC
to not watch.
Taogate is no more, and it is now Aaron Tao Boxgate.
Aaron Taogate.
Yeah.
Poor form. Listen, if he just put a little bit less pressure on, 124, 125, he would have been there. No one would have batted an eyelid. He's there fucking like swinging his feet in the box below him.
He's only fucking that big as well.
Rough, man.
I do believe the UFC have said they are planning to rebook that fight.
That is insane.
Not too soon.
You know what he should have done? I'll be dead honest with you. He should have done a Tracy Cortez and just cut his hair off.
What, and then hold it on the scale?
Hold it on the scale, yeah.
6 pounds worth of hair, like what?
What
do you weigh? 129.
Do you know what it was?
£4 pound worth of hair.
The boxies. He had wet boxies on. That's what I think it was. He had wet,
you don't remember that time Matt Schnell missed weight and he ended up waxing his back sack and crack to make weight?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the old massive bro.
Remember that time Izzy said he tried to have a.
I was just about to say there was that time where Izzy got asked his craziest way he'd ever made weight.
That's not true though, is it? That I just don't believe that for a second.
I don't think the fight should be going forward. I don't think the fight should happen, me boys.
No,
you've tried to cheat.
That should be it for Tal. Really, I'll be surprised.
He's had 2 opportunities now.
Yeah. yeah, I'd be surprised if he fought again, but it sounds like he's going to, so I guess I'm gonna have to be surprised.
Right, guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you to everyone for watching. What we need you to do now is hit up all of our socials: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Get out all of them. Drop us a like, a follow, subscription, comments, all that good stuff. And we hope to see you here again for the next one. Nice one. Take it easy.
Peace, boys.